So last night, I was awoken in my apartment building by the fire alarm. Now, this is not an uncommon occurrence. In fact, it happens several times a month. But this time, it was different. The alarm was screaming my name. But it wasn't just any ordinary piercing, blood-curdling screech. It was specifically targeting me. It was screaming my name over and over again. It all started at 4:12 in the morning. That's when the fire alarm began to screech. As I made my way through the apartment, the alarm continued to blare, getting louder with each passing second. I could hear the echoes of my name bouncing off the walls. It was as if the building itself was trying to warn me of some impending danger. The culprit? A small pile of trash that had somehow ignited. I quickly realized that the fire alarm wasn't going off because there was a real fire. It was just malfunctioning again. Naturally, I was a bit confused. I sat up in bed wondering what was going on. Was there a fire? As I stepped out, I noticed a group of people standing around, coughing and waving their hands in the air to disperse the smoke. But I couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. No one seemed to know what had caused the alarm to go off. Had someone pressed the alarm by accident, or was this some kind of elaborate prank? I cautiously opened the door and stepped out into the smoky haze. It was then that I saw the source of the problem. Comment below if you think it knew my name, or if you have any other theories about what could have caused it to scream my name. Unfortunately, my building has a faulty fire alarm system that goes off every couple of weeks. And every time it does, it wakes me up. I couldn't help but wonder, how did it know my name? So I've become somewhat accustomed to it. I got out of bed and started to investigate. As I approached the front door, still in my pajamas, I could see that the hallway outside my apartment was filled with smoke. When a fire breaks out, the smoke rises and eventually sets off the alarm. But in this case, the alarm was sounding for no apparent reason. There in the hallway was a fire extinguisher, knocked over and leaking. But the part that really freaked me out was that as I was making my way through the building, the alarm seemed to be following me, getting louder as I walked towards it. In older buildings, the fire alarm system is typically connected to the smoke detectors through a network of pipes. I made my way to the elevator and headed down to the lobby. I contacted the building management, who assured me that they would look into the matter. And that's the story of the fire alarm that screamed my name.